Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Melbourne Metro Recap Show. Good evening, gents.
Hello, Clarky.
Clarky, lads, how are we?
Yeah,
Good
very
boys,
well.
good.
Very
Good.
well. We don't need to get into how you boys went this week because it's boring.
How'd you
Toddy?
go, mate?
Dotty had a good weekend, mate?
Yeah.
Oh, a good
Yeah, we had a-
Saturday.
Yeah, we had a very good Saturday, Parkdale. Topside got over the line against Berwick in the, don't know what you call it, the prelim.
No,
No, it wasn't
qualifying,
prelim.
isn't it?
Qualifying, that's it.
Qualifying,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, second semi, whatever it was. We finished on
Second
top
semi.
and we won, so we're in the granny. And Berwick won on Sunday, so we play them again next Saturday for promotion to Division 1. So it's an exciting day for the club. And then at the same time, we've got our second side playing for the Division 4 section final. Then the following Saturday, we've got the thirds and fourths playing in the section grand final. So we've got all 4 home grand finals for the section. So it's very good.
Well
Busy.
done, man. That's worth it. That is worth your 70, 80, 90 grand that you're getting paid. Well done.
100
Yeah, something
grand,
like
whatever
that.
it is. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's
second
getting
home?
extra 10 grand every time. I'm loving this.
No, well done, mate. That's awesome. Well done.
Yeah,
All
no,
right,
it's good.
hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on. Here we go. Division 2, Section 6. Well,
Oh, wow.
Section 7, isn't it?
7, yeah.
7.
Seven.
Parkdale.
One job.
Yeah, but that's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm allowed to stuff up. Everyone
One
knows
job.
I do. Knock it off, Ounch. Parkdale, 83,
Have we got
defeated
this right, Clarky?
defeated Berwick, 56. Morty Alec, 89,
Oh.
defeated Hampton, RSL, 66. And then Berwick, big win on the backup, which is very hard. 96, defeated
Very hard.
Morty Alec, 61.
Well, I
There we
think
go.
the advantage Berwick had there was playing Morty Alec. Morty Alec have they play on a quick relatively quick synthetic carpet and then going off to the grass. And yeah, I don't know. I always find Berwick's grass, I'm not going to say it's not an easy green to play.
Tricky.
I find it, a little bit tricky.
Tricky pace. I reckon
Yeah,
the pace is
it's-
always tricky on it.
Yeah, I've always played has been around the 14 and a half. So it's never the actual, like, that it's slow. It's just, I don't know, it's,
Got
not
some
an
funny
easy...
idiots. It's got a little, it's got, I don't know, I'm not going to call them runs or anything because that's not right. It's just
No,
got
that's
some
right.
And it's
differences.
a long green too from memory too. So
Yeah.
you can obviously get manipulated there a little bit with the home
Yeah.
side. They use that to
Yeah.
their
But let's be
advantage.
honest, Toddy, it doesn't matter, pal, because you're playing at home, mate, so it don't matter, does it?
That's it. We get another home final, and I guess that's a big advantage this season with the rule change in terms of having the
How
home
you finally
final.
get
So
the
I
ball out
got-
of the year, mate.
I got
yeah,
caught
three
out.
times.
You've probably already put your order in for your sectional flag, haven't you, Toddy? You'd be that confident.
Oh, no,
Incorrect.
Easy.
Incorrect. Three
I've been told it's already
three
been
times
voted.
we've won. So hopefully we make it 4.
Oh, good luck, mate. Well done,
But
mate.
one
That's,
thing's for sure,
really,
like we played them on Saturday, and the game was played in great spirits, and they had a crack, and it was good. I think it
Yeah,
was.
they're a ripping
Yeah.
bunch of blokes.
Yeah, there was only like 4 or
good people.
There was only 4 or 5 in it, roughly halfway through the game, and certainly wasn't a convincing start from us. But then, I think we won by roughly 30 or 25 or something. So the game, we didn't play the last few ends, and we sort of ran away, and we'll say about halfway to 2/3. So that was a pleasing thing from our point of view.
Did you want me to get in Suchi now or not?
Yeah,
Give
okay.
me something this week, Suchi. You've got to lift,
I know.
son.
So
Lift.
just give us something. Well,
Like, lift, son. You told me you're a final specialist, such. Lift.
Yeah, this week will be his week,
mate.
and then it's all good. Because that's all
Yeah,
that
I
matters
just
is
wanna
next
get in.
week. Yeah, I know.
He keeps
That's
telling
okay.
me every time he wins, mate. So that's all. He keeps telling me how much he's winning by.
Well, he
whatever
won.
else.
He's a
I
big
don't
board
know.
player.
From him this
Worries
week.
about the big board. That's all it is, Ounch. Finals, big board.
all right, you blokes finished. Here we go. The proper results. Here we go. Div 2, Section 6. Lilydale 89 defeated Norwalk 60. The Pirates got up over Heathmont 81 to 59 and then backed it up 74 to 59. Go Pirates.
Sorry, why are we showing those results?
Because they're quality results.
Oh, but I was just wondering why we're showing those ones. That was all.
Well,
Clarky was
Oh,
in
is
the
that
cheer
your
squad.
side, Clarky?
No, he was in the cheer squad this week again.
No, mate, he told me, and this is no word of a lie, guys,
no.
because I have it written down in front of me, and I made sure that I wrote this down because this is how quality it was. I'm like, how'd you go, Clarky? He goes, it was actually a shame that no one had a video camera there. The bowls community is actually worse off because that would have been the most dominant display as a second you've ever seen. So,
where did I write that?
you must have done it right, Clarky.
Is that why his nickname's Fig Jam?
Yeah, mate, yeah, like that was just me being nice. I've taken out a few of the there's probably another paragraph, but I thought, no, I'll just shorten it down a little
We're
bit.
getting to you,
Yeah,
Betty.
the bowls community is worse off. The bowls community is worse off because they couldn't see such a dominant performance, was what I was told by the Fig Jam there himself.
No wonder he's struggling to get his head in that little bloody box that he's got there. It's bloody blown up a lot, hasn't it?
Toddy,
Well, it would have popped a little bit after the Lakers got smashed today, so that's all
Hey,
right.
enough. All
So
right.
did you play all right, Clarky, or not?
Yeah, I played all right. Did all right.
I reckon we need to see that photo, Clarky, of you put up on the chat today where you were really like right into the game and up and about.
Oh, no. So
got it.
that photo is actually from Tuesday, Pen, and I went and watched Clarky on Tuesday. Yarra Glen played Croydon. And they had finals. They were sitting fourth, Yarra Glen fifth. All they had to do was win 2 rings. Clarky let his side down. They lost 2 rings, lost the game, and missed finals.
Oh, you're joking.
And then all you see is Clarky sitting on the bench doing this.
Oh, no.
Actually, you know what? That might have been a bit of a Croydon thing this year, especially in midweek pennant, because I'm pretty sure they needed to win 2 rings to stay up, and they didn't. So I think Funky's rink was got hammered, I think, and someone else they needed 2. They needed 4 points to stay upright, and I think one of the rinks lost on the last end, so only got 2 points. So relegation there as well. Had a good year. Clarky.
Any comments, Clarky?
Nah. Because you know damn well, Betty. You know damn well.
Yeah, I watched it. You're horrific. I've never seen a performance like that. I'm surprised you were in the second side.
Well, put it this way: after his performance is over this weekend, I think he might be back. He might be pushing for the ones this week. I reckon.
Yeah, he's saying that he's got a chance.
I reckon you're a chance, Clarky.
For the ones, yeah.
You might get the recall, son, just for the granny.
Get the promotion.
Oh no, they didn't make it, did they? They're out, so you can't get promoted to the ones. It's just 2s now.
Hey, aren't
Or
you?
they pick him in the 1s as a token, so they put someone else in the 2s for the final.
The ones up. Mate, hopefully they make him emergency for the 2s. That'd be even better. I'd go and watch that.
Aren't you? You're going to cop it now. You know
mate.
that. All right.
Oh,
here we
mate,
go.
I'm just dishing them out now because I know what's coming.
Now, for the folks out there that are watching, I went to Mooroopna a few weeks ago, Australia Day, and walked in the door. Don't put your finger up. I'm gonna.
No, 1 second. I'll be back in 5 seconds. That's all I wanted to say.
All right. Yeah, he's leaving because he knows what's coming. So went to Mooroopna, walked in the door, and I heard out of nowhere, Ounch said to tell you that you're SHIT. And I barely walked in the door. So,
And it's probably valid.
Benny,
I don't think if you're looking for support here, Clarky, you're in the wrong chat, mate. You need to find a new one.
So, in the spirit of good nature and all of that, Ounch, well, the boys were telling me that Ounch has kicked, you know, it's on YouTube. Go and watch Ounch play footy. He's kicked a 90-metre goal.
Into the breeze. Oh, sorry, it wasn't a breeze. It was a 6-goal gale-forced win.
So, in the spirit of fair play, here's the video of it.
Down towards half forward, looking for the coach in Monkhurst.
Now this,
He
Benny,
went to
is what I
ground.
like to call
hands
smart
and knees,
play.
handball to Danny Ryan.
Jeez, look
It
how
comes
fit
out
you
to
are there.
Witkowski.
Look at this.
Witkowski on the
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Goes
On the
for
outer.
goal and puts it through.
Open bell square.
Damien Monkhurst. It was a great effort by.
Is that the ground that's on a 40-degree angle?
No, that's worries, mate. That's the good ground. That now
Oh, he's
that
gonna
is
claim
probably
that
goal
too.
of the year. There was a breeze that was 7 goals going the opposite way. I've kicked it 60 because that's a genuine 55-metre arc.
No, no, it's not.
Why were you open?
Oh, no,
Why
hang
weren't
on.
you being
You mate, just
Hang
place it
on.
off the half-back line, mate. You know, not about
It gets, hang on. It gets better.
The big fella. Give that to
Good.
Witkowski, and he kicks his first goal.
yeah,
I
right.
haven't seen him kick too
Look,
many
everyone
goals
gets
for
around you
Witkowski.
too, Wunsch.
Leon.
Obviously, the
Oh, man,
Cross
they
goal
should
there,
have
looking
too,
for
mate.
anyone.
Look at
Look
the
at
hospital. Look at the ball. Look at the terrible
look at
football.
this.
Like, that is not a pass to be given in the back 50.
That is.
For anyone.
Interesting.
He's missed it there.
You're lucky he didn't pull your hand in.
He's got away
Look
with
at
it
the
at the
courage. Look at the
moment.
courage.
Yes, Camone comes
Courage
in.
again.
On the
Well done,
ground.
That
Witkowski.
is
First,
just, and
second,
what's the
third
kick too?
effort.
Just
Amazing.
time.
Tim Williamson's gone up on the other side of the ground, and just coming on was Joel Adams on
Oh,
this
that should have been
side.
50 every day of the week. You should have been having another goal, I reckon.
Now, if there's anyone watching who's still playing footy, just take a few tips. You know, because I've only got
That was
9 of them in.
useless. You should have taken
I
that mark in the
count them
first
for you
place.
If you'd like, Clarky.
Should have
I just
taken
got a
that
couple
mark in the
Most of
first
those
place.
look like participation awards, mate. from the
Yeah,
under
I
12.
know.
We'll get it nice and close. That
Look
one's
how small they
that
are, mate.
Premier. Sorry.
Was that Division
Premier.
7?
No, mate. Premier.
No.
I've got a couple. Sorry, I'm just got to rail through a couple more here. Premier.
Participation
I've got a couple more.
award.
Sorry, this shouldn't take too much longer. Premier. Premier.
Do you have any bowls ones,
Did I
Wunsch?
say anymore?
Orch,
No.
have you got any bowls ones?
You're welcome.
Have you,
Mate,
Orch,
do you know how much
have
this is
you?
hurting my neck? It's weighing me down. It's so heavy.
So sorry to everyone. This is, and Brett Rayner's got it right. That's a junior ground, max 40 metres. Yes,
No, that is
Rhino,
that is the
I'm
home
with
of
you.
Damien Monkhurst. And if you want to go and tell him it's 40 metres, I dare you.
no. I enjoy me life. All right, let's get down to serious business. No mucking around now.
The answer to your question, Benny, no, he hasn't got any.
Are we talking about both Clarky and Wunsch?
Oh, sorry, where do you want me to leave these, Clarky? Just,
Send it to me in the
That's all.
post, mate. I'll send you plenty back.
no, you know what, pal? I'll even bring one for you so you can chuck one on your mantelpiece so you can have one. You know, I've got a couple to spare if you want.
Listen to it. All right. For those that don't
You
know,
done? Was that going to be your grilling of me, Clarky? Because I don't think I think that backfired.
mate, no, it's not. Mate, I've got plenty. All right, let's get into it. Enough mucking around. Oh, go away, Ounch. All right,
Just block him.
I'm done.
I
I'm
know.
done. I just wanted to just.
righto. Premier and Premier Reserve League Grand Final. In Premier Reserve, Laylaw 76 knocked over Glenroy 70. And then we'll get to the other game. Moonee Valley 75 defeated Yarraville Footscray 72. Now, Josh Walker-Davis was going to be on the show, but he's sooked up. He's not on.
Oh, what
That's fair.
happened?
It's always hard after a loss.
No, he's sooked up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, no.
That's fair. I
So
wouldn't
we-
want to come on the show after you lose a granny.
We were going to have him on, but yep, no. Sooked up.
We can have him next week.
Nah, get one chance. If you're going to sook up once, you don't get another one. So
You get one chance. You're on about your 400th chance, champ.
I run the show, mate. I'm
Well,
allowed
not
to,
very well.
I'm allowed to sook up anytime I want. Toddy, because we were busy playing, unlike you that had the day off,
Oh, yeah.
can you let us know about Prem Reserve to start with, and then we'll get on to Prem?
Yeah, so I watched the live stream for most of the game, I suppose. I missed a little bit around the maybe 10 to 13, 14 end mark, but Layla got off to a pretty good start, and on the live stream there was Nathan Rice playing Johnny McCarron, and I'd probably say the rink of Nathan Rice's were just ahead in terms of like on the crossovers, but Nathan Rice really showed his class, and he was playing very solid and converting when needed and playing, very precisely, and was able to get to a 15-0 lead on Johnny McCarron, which really sort of blew the lead open for Laylaw, say, 25, 30 end mark. And it stayed like that for a while, and it looked like it was just going to be sort of, I guess, cruise through and end up being a comfortable win for Laylaw. But then all of a sudden, Glenroy picked up a number and started to win a few ends. They weren't winning every end, but they were winning maybe 3 out of 4 ends. And then they got it back to, I'm going to say, it got back to about 10 or 12 relatively quickly in a short space of time. Stayed there for a while, and then they got back to about 5 or 6.
How long are we talking? What end about, mate?
With maybe roughly 20 to go, so
okay.
20,
yep.
25. So there was still, they could definitely have won, and it stayed around that 5-10 mark for, maybe up until about the last the last few ends really. And then, they were about 8 down with a couple to go, and there was 2 ends playing at the same time, and they were holding 2 or 3 on one, and then they killed it on the other one. But, to be honest, watching it towards the end, they never looked like they were going to win Glenroy from where they were, but they definitely gave it a crack, especially from where they were. So it ended up quite a tight finish, and, Layla were just a little bit too good on the day. So congratulations to them, and they're in Premier League.
Yes. From what I didn't see a lot of it, obviously. I saw it that's probably the opening, 20 seconds or something like that. But it looked like any time that it just looked like Laylaw had the answers. Like,
yeah, they did, especially for the first half of the game as such. Yeah, they really did.
A really, really solid front end, Laylaw. I know Glenroy do too, but Laylaw have been together. That group, obviously they added a couple of marquee players this year, but their front end is really solid. We played them last year in the divisional or section divisional, whatever final it was, and their front end were the ones that won the game. And I don't think they've changed much this year. They might have brought in 1 or 2. So I think a few of their back end players have dropped down actually. So they've got those guys that build the heads. They're a good draw bowl inside. I really value and respect them as a team. I think what they've set up in the last couple of years. I know they went from Div 2 to Div 1 to Prem Reserve and now Prem. I think, don't know whether they might have had 2 seasons in Div 1, but they've had a really good run in the last 4 or 5 years, and I think they're back to where they belong. Matty Lucas, Nathan Rice, even the likes of Seb Pretty, Wayne Pretty. I reckon he's one of the most underrated players out there. No one talks about him. No one talks about him. He skips. He just goes about his way, and he just continues to get win after win after win. And, he's one of those skips that you can sort of rely on. They've got a lot of depth, and they've got a really strong side with the front end. And, now that the back end's there, they're starting to see the results come through.
Well, you talk about him. His rink actually got beaten sort of convincingly, but it was his second last end. I think Wayne was 4 or 5 down, and he drew second shot. So, and there wasn't a heap of room. So, that was a big shot in the context of the game. And then who was he playing? Then Sam come down and trailed the jack and made 2, and then he missed. But, like he saved, 3 or 4 just on that one end, when that would have been, instead of 8 the difference, maybe 4 or 5 the difference. So, yeah.
And as we've seen before, you play for the big board. Who cares about the rinks at the end of the day? So he was playing his role most likely throughout the day and taking a hit here or there just to ensure that they stretched that lead or that comfortable lead. So who knows how he was playing to suit the side.
Yeah.
I must say, I did see a post on Facebook, from Ray Pretty, and he was saying, and this is what bowls is about. He got to play in the same rink with his son, I think it was, and I think there was only Wayne. So there's like 3 Pretties all on the same side, all family. That's awesome. Winning a flag together, it's a pretty good feeling, I could imagine.
No pun intended, but yes, it's a good feeling, that's for sure. And Seb in his own right, I think he played 3 this year, but he's skipped the last few years there too. So Him going back to 3 for Nathan Rice, what a great learning curve for him, and he'll only benefit from that too in the future.
Yeah.
Well,
and to Glenn Roy,
yep.
Unfortunately, there's got to be a loser, but that's a magical season. It's a pretty damn good season coming up from Div 1. Getting promoted and then making the granny light. Yeah, they're going to be bleeding at the moment, but they've had a pretty damn good season, and it was good to see that. I'm going to make a prediction that the next the Victorian debut, whenever that will be, Sammy Rogers' rink got the job done. So. I know they're probably hating it life at the moment, but
it's
good
tough.
All the time.
But have a look what's going to happen next year to Prem Reserve. You're going to have Clayton, Melbourne, Glenroy in there. It's going to be, it's going to be a tough comp again next year.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
And I think it'll be closer next year than it turned out to be this year.
Yeah, we're expecting it to be a bit closer than it was.
Better.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like we said, Go on, Benny.
Laidlaw did it the hard way too. I think we forget, they had elimination final against Clayton. They then had to travel to Port Melbourne and beat Port Melbourne over there on their surface, and then win obviously a neutral venue, but they had to win 3. So they've done extremely well to get where they're at. But yeah, back to what you're saying, it's amazing to see the 2 sides that went up from Div 1 to play off for Prem.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We forget that.
And that's great that, they can do that as well, because generally that hasn't occurred in our sport. Teams that have gone up in a higher level have generally struggled.
The other side of it is it just sort of goes to show if you've got like that, say, 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 year plan, it can work. I'm sure that hasn't been just sort of come overnight. Oh, bang, here we go. We'll just go and get all these guys. I'm sure they've had, a 5-year plan on how they were going to get themselves back up there. And, it just goes to show good planning, good people in charge that it can be done.
And you look at the Prem, we'll discuss that later on, and that's happened exactly with the Prem.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So, talking about Prem, there we go. I'll chuck them up again. Moonee Valley 75 defeated Yarraville Footscray 72. Toddy, you can speak personally about this.
Have you spoken to... Is Snapper okay? Are the boys okay, firstly?
Yeah, I haven't heard any bad news, so they're all okay, which is good.
Have you heard any news?
Because I'm sure
not a lot, but it's okay. Let them have their fun. That's what it's about.
What happens there stays there. I'm sure the boys will be enjoying it.
I think they had a good night.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I could imagine.
Yeah. Well, basically, the game started off full of energy. Both teams raring to go, playing unbelievable bowls, and was nip and tuck very early on. And then Matty Renix was able to pick up a 7, and I think Moonee Valley were about 5 in front when that happened, and they won a couple of ends and got out to maybe a 15-shot lead, and it sort of got out to about 15 to 20, and it stayed there for a little while, and then got back to around the 10 mark, and actually probably didn't get out up to 20. So 15 was probably about the max, and then stayed there for a fair while. Then Yarraville were able to just peg it back slowly, and it looked like it was going to be a real close finish. And then Yarraville got out to about a 10 or a 12 shot lead, which was kind of surprising because it that happened pretty quickly. And then it was like, looks like Yarraville are going to be pretty safe and sort of comfortable. And then it sort of flipped with about 15 ends to go. And, Moonee Valley were able to come back. And Nathan Lynch, who was getting beaten during the day, his ring played a good end. He was holding 3 on the crossover and played 2 amazing draw shots. And Pidge wasn't quite able to get it. And Lynchy got a 5 to put them, I think that was to put them 1 up with a couple to go. And then, Lynchy was able to...
the front happened.
What shirt front? There was a little bit of a bump. There was a little bit of a bump, but that's okay. I've spoken to a few of the players, but whatever, it's okay. It wasn't. No one got hurt, and
right.
And ended up a fantastic finish. And Moonee Valley with Dylan playing the last end were 4 up, and they were holding early on with. Yarraville having 3 bowls at the back, so then they were just trying to cover, and then Millsy tried to kill it, and unfortunately for him, the Jack just stayed in, and yeah, that was it. So it was, to be honest, I've watched a lot of bowls and I've been involved in a lot of games, and that was an absolute cracking, unbelievable standard game of bowls across the board, that it was so fitting for a final. And for those that didn't turn up to watch it live, really missed out on something, because it was a fantastic game. Neither team deserved to lose, and it was just fantastic to see how close it was and the passion from all the players.
Yeah.
Can I just...
Yes,
I'm unsure because it's just me being me. Isn't it normally the Prem final has been like on the long weekend or something like it? It seemed like when it was a strange time to have it for a lot of spectators to be able to rock up. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, and there was nowhere near as many spectators there as I would have normally expected, because 25% of people are still playing on that day.
Yep.
It all rolls back to, from what I can believe or understand, when Bosvik made the Premier League and Prem Reserve have double headers and start earlier and finish earlier because of the fly-ins. So that's why I believe it was when it was.
But I was going to say, because I remember like the final that we played in, man, like that was, you know, like 6 or 7 deep of people. Like there was people everywhere.
Because there was no one else playing that day.
Yeah.
Because there was no one else playing that day.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
haven't they brought it forward also to fall in conjunction with the New South Wales starting next week?
Benny, that's what I was just about to say.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. Yeah.
But
Benny, to me, that's for the fly-in players.
Yeah, whatever they call it, platinum pennant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
but as
I see that side, but I also I'm like, well, why are we changing our pennant to I don't know how many players it involves. I don't know, 10, 15, maybe 20, something like that. That, you know, I think yesterday so many people missed out on seeing such an unbelievable game. And not only the standard of the bowls, but the way everyone was celebrating and the way the crowd got involved, and like, you know, it was an unreal spectacle for our game.
You go there for the atmosphere too, don't you? Especially in that particular dome. So it's sort of enclosed to a degree. It just echoes. And,
it does. It gets so loud.
Especially with Mooney Valley. You could probably hear it from 3-4 streets away, I reckon, with those blokes up and about.
But the main thing is, like, that's supposed to be our showcase event, yeah? Like, that's going to be, that's it. That's the best of the best in Victoria. And to sit there and, from what I saw, which was, just going from the ring, like, the camera panning back towards, say, where the bar area was, there's hardly anyone, from what I could see, And that should be the premier event. There should be 6 or 7 deep. It should be just rocking. It really. I think from what I saw on the live stream, it seemed to take away a bit. It just didn't.
Oh, look, the amount of people that were there created an unreal atmosphere.
Yeah.
But if there was another 200 people there, but I also think now with so much streaming and the streaming becoming so good for games, are people not attending games because they can sit at home, watch with clear clarity, they can see all the rink scores?
Yeah.
I also wonder that maybe that could have kept a few away as well.
Well, as a club, Yarra Glen, once we finished Croydon, we actually went back to Yarra Glen as a club, and there would have been 20 or 30 of us sitting around watching on the TV. So if it wasn't live stream, there's a high possibility that we would have gone there.
Or 10 might have gone or something.
Yeah.
I was the same, mate. I was driving back from Narre, mate, and I'm like, I might duck in, and I'm like, what's the point? I can just watch it on the way home.
Yeah, that's right. And, like, live streaming's fantastic, but on the flip side, it makes it easy for people to not turn up as well.
Yep.
Well, here's the financial side of it. What do Bowls Vic get out of people turning up, as opposed to
$607?
Yeah. As opposed to the live stream.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yes. But as I said, being on a day where there's still a lot of games that are getting played, it's really taken away the chance for a lot of people to go.
And I also think it's not great now that Premier League's been played. Like, what's the game to look forward to now? You know, with teams
Div1,
playing,
get on
it's,
board.
let's
the Division 1 grand final, but, you know, there's two games that in theory are much better standard or meant to be much better standard that are normally at the end of our season.
Got that, Benny? You hear that?
Yeah, Benny. Yeah.
Oh,
is
he's
that
he's
right?
degrees. I'm not
took
too
that as a
fussed with his
bit of a
comment.
swipe at me and yourself, Benny.
You know, good, Benny.
Yeah.
Hey, doesn't matter.
I'll accept that.
No.
As long as I'm not in the same category as you, Clarky, I'm all good, bud.
God, mate, you're about 600
Unfortunately,
years above
I
him.
am at the moment. I'm in the same level.
Yeah.
At least
You'll be
get
right,
the game,
Chad.
Toddy.
Man, how good would that be if like Croydon won and then had to play against Parkdale in like
Oh, that'd be
section?
awesome.
And Toddy, Clarky got to play in the same against Toddy, and Toddy just smashing him. That'd be awesome.
Would not happen.
Clarky would drop himself. He wouldn't allow
Yeah,
that.
Clarky get dropped for that game probably.
Can you imagine the crowd at that game? Oh,
Oh man, everyone
Had half of
sitting
Melbourne
behind you
there.
just going, wow, this guy thinks he can play. Oh my god.
we'd have half of Melbourne there. All right, thinking of Div 1. Here we go. Div 1, Section 1 results. Club Sunbury defeated Whittlesea 91-74 on the Saturday. Deer Park knocked over Brunswick 78-73. Then Whittlesea 83 defeated Deer Park 55. So we have a Club Sunbury Whittlesea game at Club Sunbury. Boys.
There's two sides in the second for you.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that result at all.
Yeah.
Nah. Who's your pick?
Who's your pick?
Ooh.
I'm going Whittlesea.
I'll go Sunbury just because it's at home.
I think you got to back Sunbury still. Obviously, they beat them there initially. In saying that, Whittlesea have got such a good side, and I think they found it the second half of the season with a few players coming back. I think it's a toss of a coin, but I'd probably go with Sunbury just for the fact it's at home. That's the only reason why.
Clarky, who are you picking? Let's have
Whittlesea.
let's have a wager on this.
Whittlesea. I've got him.
Well played. Oh God, I was going to go for them too, but you're picking them. Oh my God. I'm going to stick with them. I'm going to stick with Yates in the voice.
What goes on in this show? Honestly.
Well, it was just a question, mate. And then you said Whittlesea, and I thought, well, you don't know
Oh.
anything about bowls, so I probably shouldn't go Whittlesea.
That's going to be a cracker final, though. There's some big names in that. You know, you look across both sides. You've obviously got Nick McIntyre, Yatesy. You've even got Alice playing as a 3 to Yatesy. I think he's in that ring. And then you look on
Ray
the other.
Jansen.
You got Mark Armstrong, Carla. You know, even Lockie Davies. He's come a long way. Desi Can. They've got some talent there too. So it's going to be interesting to see who matches up against two on the day and how they hit out.
Yeah, that's a cracking match. Just a cracking match. If Whittlesea can get going early, I tell you what, I reckon they can cause the upset.
Now,
I reckon, the one to look at, I don't like to point out players, but I reckon Kyle Williams. I've watched him a few times. When he's up and about, Whittlesea are up and about. He's virtually the barometer for that club. I know they've got a lot of other loud voices, but him in particular, when he's going, Whittlesea's going. So I reckon watch out for his rink. If you're watching the live stream, he's going well. I reckon Whittlesea's going well.
well,
Another one who probably doesn't get enough credit, I don't think, and has not had enough credit throughout his whole bowls career is Ray Jansen. Like, what a steady head to have playing third in that side. That man has probably
He's played for Victoria,
done
so forth.
everything.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah.
He's played for Vic, hasn't he, though? Yeah. So he's obviously been recognised at some stage.
You would have thought so. Yeah, he's done everything, man. There is, I reckon. Like, he's just a freak, and he's not getting any younger, but he's getting better, I reckon.
Actually, I'm not sure that he did play for Victoria. I remember talks of there being who's the best player that's never played for the state, and I reckon that his name came up.
Yeah, okay.
He would have been. He would have now
that-
played in the overs, hadn't he?
Yeah, the over 60s, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah,
Not in the open side.
yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
100% sure, but yeah, if not, he'd be classified as a state level player, no problems.
Not certainly.
Oh,
Yeah,
I would
Just
put it
his
this way,
draw game.
that is correct, Toddy. I would have lost money.
yeah.
all right.
'Cause,
Question. do we know if Bowls Vic has shut up shop in terms of the live streaming? Or are they going out and doing did one?
You'd hope they're going out to do one. And probably Mentone's probably the closest to where they are, so they'd probably come out there, I guess.
Don't know. If anyone knows, please comment. All right.
I would imagine that they would be doing another game. So
I reckon
Benny.
I reckon they'll shut up shop. But anyway. Righto. Div 1. Oh, here we go. Do we have to go through these results?
Section 2. Yes. Let's get them up.
Hang on. I've got to change something. Hang on. Just.
I'm going to get muted on this one, I reckon.
No, you won't, pal. When you were
There we
there,
go.
none of us were. You're going to have to give us the match report.
I've just changed the overlay. Here we go. Tickets.
Oh, tickets.
Division 1, Section 2, finals.
And they're not cheap.
don't go all shy now, mate. Come on, you've been on the chat all day.
Bandura 77 defeated Croydon 67. Yarra Glen 95 defeated Diamond Creek 69. And then Yarra Glen had a good result against Croydon. They're into the finals. Tickets.
Oh,
what
so
happened?
that's why you can't go and play in the ones this week, Clarky.
You were pretty quiet there, Clarky. What happened to the final one, the prelim?
Yeah, what happened? I didn't hear that, man. I missed it.
Yarra Glen 86 defeated Croydon 69. Move on.
That was your boys you were talking about all year, Clarky. Oh, they're gonna win the flag. There's no question about it. They're up and about. I'm going to get a game in the ones. We're going to win it. There's no question. We're going to Prem Reserve once I get there.
Exactly. That's what he said.
And I read that off what you said in a message too, just like Ounch did before.
Yes. And I can vouch for that because I've read that message too.
Oh,
Yeah,
And that's the reason why they lost, Benny, I reckon.
can you two turn it up any louder or what?
Now, give us a bit of a report, Benny. What happened?
Anyway, tickets. Shall I read the text
I reckon
from
that
today?
name's pretty fitting though. There was a few shows on Saturday, Sunday, so yeah, I reckon you keep that for the rest of the year. But it was an interesting section. Obviously, Croydon had to travel to Bundy on the Saturday, and Bundy at Bundy's always hard. They're a solid side, and I think Croydon were in it. I heard they were only 5 down with a handful of ends to play, and once again, Bundy just find another way to win. And, I think they got them by 10 shots in the end there. So, pretty big effort from Croydon. You never like to lose, but, getting within 5 at Bundy's pretty good. I don't reckon they've lost any games at home this season. I'd like to see stats there. But, we obviously played Diamond Creek at home. And, Diamond Creek, they had a fantastic second half of the season. They came home. I think Ounch was tipped in top 4. I think even higher than 4th. I think you might have tipped in 2 or 3 because they had a lot of home games coming back. But we played them at home, and they started off really well. They had us pretty good. I think at one stage it was 24-16 overall. So they had us by about 10, 12 shots at most. And then obviously my ring won pretty comfy.
How'd you go? Tickets?
Yeah, no, I was fucking all over it, Clarky. No question about that.
How much you win by about
You played like
14,
Clarky then, huh?
These hands, geez, they're sore after these cameras. I don't know how to make them work, but geez, they're sore.
And I'll tell you what, your bank account must also be a little bit.
We're getting there, Ounch. We're getting there.
Selling all those tickets, brother.
The bank account's looking pretty good at the moment, but not after day 1. After day 2, let me get to that, Ounch.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, I got
so
excited.
yeah, we obviously played Diamond Creek, and as I said, they were up by about 10 after 20 ends, and then we looked at the scoreboard, and all of a sudden we're up by 40. It just had such a momentum swing. I picked up I think 19 shots in 6 ends, and then a couple other brinks.
Did you notice that? I picked up.
Yeah, well, it's all about individuals.
The ring that he skips.
Yeah,
so that's fair enough. I have no problems.
When you can bowl like that, Clarky, you can talk, mate.
No I in team tickets. No I in team
He's just
tickets.
trying to explain what happened.
No,
mate.
but there's
He's just
I in
it's better than
tickets.
saying- It's better than saying, "Oh, Benny's ring get picked up." He's just explaining what happened.
Yeah,
Unlike
you don't want to talk
dominant
third person when you're
performance
talking
ever see as a second.
Exactly. See, I know you've always got me back, mate.
Oh,
But
here we go.
we had a big win against Diamond Creek. It was actually last time we played them, they beat us by about 20, and then we got them by just over 20. So it was about a 50-shot swing with them too. So,
Benny, let's get to the day 2, brother. Get to day 2.
Am I allowed to? I've got to take a break
on day 2.
I've got to take a break for a while, boys.
How much are they?
So we somewhere around the
50?
vicinity of 50 to 100.
I'm having a break.
Yeah, that's cheap too. That's cheap.
Yeah, it's but anyway, we'll go in a little bit of depth of this game. So we obviously had to travel. Yarra Glen had to travel against.
You'll
Croydon.
still be able to hear us.
No, I'll keep it quick.
You can still hear. See?
Get yourself on, Clarky. Don't be like that. Don't be a sore
You can't
loser.
avoid it, Clarky. You can't avoid it. But
that's all right.
obviously we had to travel to Croydon after they lost to Bundy, and a credit to those boys. They've had a really successful season. They're a good bunch too. The camaraderie, and they're very fierce. But the way they've taken on the green, I have a lot of respect for them. They approach themselves extremely well, and we knew it was going to be a challenge. Obviously, we went there last week and they pumped us by 40. Absolutely pumped us. It's probably one of the best performances I've seen as a collective 16. So we knew it was going to be. We knew it was going to be
probably just amazing.
So yeah, we knew it was going to be quite difficult, but similar sort of story. They jumped us early, and we just found a way to get ourselves back in the game. And surely enough, by the time end 84 or end 82, we called it a little bit early. We were in front, but it's a good game. It was very high standard. Their plastic's one of the best plastics you'll ever play on.
Agreed.
So I think it's a little bit too kind. They changed a few things up, which I was a little bit surprised about. Like rinks.
Not bringing Clarky in.
That's probably their best decision. They changed what rinks they played on the previous week, which I was a little bit confused about, especially when they beat us by 40. So I'm not sure.
What do you mean by change rinks?
What rinks?
So they changed, instead of playing from 3 to 6, they put us on 2 to 5. So different parts of the green.
Right.
So I don't know why they did that. It was quite odd. Whether they were concerned about the rain, maybe flooding one side.
Was it a different position or just different numbers?
And even different numbers and different positions. So it was completely different.
So
it was completely different. I don't know why you would do that.
Maybe outthought themselves a little bit there.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, they would have gone in confident, and fair enough. They would have been favourites going into that game. They would have been, paying $1.50 by all means. So, we were fortunate enough to snag that one, and we got to go to Bundy and play Bundy at Bundy. So that's going to be a challenge. They're going to be the clear favourites. They've had an outstanding season. They've got a lot of depth. They're quite a talented side. But at the end of the day, you got to back yourself, and we're going to go across there and give it a red hot crack like we did last season. I think they beat us both home and away season games last year, and we knocked them out of the finals. So hopefully we can go there and do it again.
Finals specialist, mate. Finals specialist, hopefully.
We'll talk about that off air, Ounch.
We already have. Let's be honest.
Some people just find another gear, don't they? And and finals is a different game. So. We'll wait until we get to your results, Ounch, but the big players step up.
I'm just thinking more about what Clarky was telling us all about today, how he was so dominant, and I'm thinking more of that. That's what I like to call a final specialist. A man that takes control of the game, yanks it by the scruff of the neck, and just takes control of it.
Love a crowd, Ounch. Love a crowd.
We need
man, I wish I could show you all these men. Oh, actually, I probably can.
No. I will shut you down in 2 seconds. Anyway, Div 1, Section 3. Let's have a look.
Oh, actually, sorry, man. So, may I just say, well done on that too, Benny and Yarra Glen. That's awesome. And the tip for that is obviously we're all going Yarra Glen. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
He won't.
No, I will, Benny. I like you enough
I love
to go.
The support.
See,
you're all back in the underdog.
He knows if he didn't, the abuse he'd cop on Messenger.
No, I wouldn't.
No.
I'm quite polite to Clarky.
Well, if I wasn't in a grand final myself, that was going to be the live streaming game.
Yeah, it'd be a cracker. Looking forward to it. So if you get a chance, come down to Bundy and support the River Pigs.
Get on the pigs.
River Pigs. My God. Anyway,
get on the pigs.
Division 1, Section 3. EEBC 80 defeated Middle Park 68. Dandenong Club 96 defeated Moorabbin 73. And then Middle Park 78 defeated Dandenong Club 58. So EEBC versus Middle Park, and I think Middle Park might fire for this one.
Well done to our normal, sometimes special guest, Adina, for
Yes.
being in that side, mate. So that's the whole panel in grand finals,
Yes.
which is great.
It's always hard, you know. Middle Park obviously lost their first game to EEBC. It's always hard to get up for that Sunday game. You know, I always, after a loss, it's always difficult to, you know, get your crew together again and you know, try and, you know, recoup. And obviously they were able to do it against a Dandenong side that I think had a pretty convincing win from that, what you showed before. I think they won by 20 on the Saturday. So
Yeah, 23.
Middle Park to turn it around. Well done to Dino and his boys. They did extremely well, you know, and good luck against EEBC again. I think it'll be on their blue-green. So
The difference is, though, whenever the teams lose and get to play again, they get to play at their home venue.
yeah.
So that, you know, that is it's a big advantage because you're back to your comfort zone, you know, where you feel safe. And I think that does help. And, you know, you weren't the right to have that opportunity. And, you know, most results are 1 and 2 playing off as a general rule, aren't they?
And I think the other side is EEBC will be going into that game pretty confident. You know, they've obviously knocked them off on the Saturday. Was it by 12 or so, 12, 15? So they'd be
a few more.
Yeah. They'd be going into that pretty confident, and as they should. You know, as you said, they get to play at home, and they've probably got the form on the board. So it should be that'll be a cracking game. That's another cracking game. It's we'll obviously go for we'll obviously go Middle Park because of Dino, but that's not against the EBC. Please, I'm not against you guys. Please, I'm just saying, I'm just going for Middle Park because of Dino.
I don't think there was much between the two of them throughout the season, though. Obviously, the first final they lost by 10, but I think throughout the season they were pretty close games. So once again, I reckon it's another 50-50. I think it could go either way. They were only separated by 2 points at the end of the ladder, so it could have been Middle Park having the home game rather than EBC, but whether that makes a difference, I'm sure it'll come into play a little bit, but I reckon it's going to be another close game. But, you know, you can't go past Dino and his boys. I reckon they're going to fire up again and get another gear and get that victory.
I think that's probably, I think EABC's probably it's probably be like club summary. They've probably got that home ground advantage is massive.
Yeah.
I haven't played a lot there. I played there a little bit, and that blue room did my head in. You know, if you don't get it, and it's so small, you feel like you get claustrophobic.
And that's fucking hard, doing your head in.
Yuck. It's hard. I'm not saying it's yuck. It's not yuck. Please, EBC, don't hate me. I'm not saying that. It's hard work, though. That is that's a home ground advantage if there was one.
I think we've spoken about it before. You know, obviously the roof's quite low compared to the domes and so forth.
Really low.
Yeah, and the lighting, you know, even just the little things like, you know, they have to open up the top windows to get a breeze come through. It just feels different when you're in there, and if you're not used to that, it can take a little while to adjust to it.
And even where the mat is placed compared to where the jack is, it's a different line. It's hard yards.
Now, Ounch, does that John Bowles bloke playing the top side? Our mate?
Who?
Our mate, John Bowles.
So. No, I don't believe so.
No.
But I think their second sides is in the grand final, so he might be playing in the grand final in their second side.
What a lovely bloke blocking my posts.
I'm not saying a word.
Just throwing it out
they
there.
Hate me. They hate me as it is now.
Yeah, well, obviously he doesn't like me anymore either. Anyway.
What happened, pal? What happened? Have a talk to old Uncle Shrink Unch here and what's happening.
Don't hold back.
Let me know what's going on, mate.
Well,
I'll see if I can help fix this.
As I normally do, I post to Bowls Talk Victoria. You know, shows coming up. Here we go, boys. Post it half an hour before so people are well aware. Blocked. Also posted that, hey, if anyone's interested, looking at you, Benny, looking at you, Unch or Toddy, Depending on results, hey, I might be able to live stream. Blocked.
Is there any reason that there may have been behind that? Like, was there a bit of something for something type sort of thing? Or
Well, apparently we're not promoting his Facebook group on our show. I don't know how.
But don't we say that at the start of it, like we get a lot of our topics and sub content from there?
Don't we? I reckon we talk about this once every couple of weeks, if not every week. Saw this on Bowls Talk Victoria, blah, blah, blah. No, he wants a logo up, he wants this and that.
Maybe he wants the Greentek space, or maybe that's what he's trying to do.
Maybe. Hey, and he can have it, but it'll cost you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We don't do this stuff for nothing. Like,
no. And thank you to Greentek too. Chrissy Gal out at Yarra Junction. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate the support you've given us this year. But yeah, if John Bowles wants to reach into his pocket and fork out what Chrissy does, good luck.
Then you can have your logo up there, I guess.
Oh,
but,
all day long.
Seriously, like, we get a lot of the contents through there. We do say that it's from there, man. So like we're not like trying to like diss you or anything. Like, we say that it's from your thing. I don't know if you make money off Facebook or not, but
no, you don't.
So like, why is it a big issue then, Jonathan Bowles?
Don't know. Anyway,
there we go. See, this is what we've got to do. We've got to talk. We've got to bend these things together.
Geez, you just made a bit of money, Ounch. That's going to cost you about $2,000, I reckon, Clarky. That little session with Ounch.
And fair enough too. It's high demand.
If you're fortunate enough, John Bowles might chip in a little bit.
Oh,
let's be honest, probably not. But you know,
no,
cool. I'll put the bills in the mail for you, Clarky. 2,500.
Mates rates.
Drink.
Yeah, mates rates. I did say to Ounch today, and lovingly and all caring, Ounch turned my game around about 2 weeks ago. So he is super coach. He's not known as that, but he is. You are, Ounch, super coach.
Nah.
Anyway.
That's his nickname at Narre, isn't it? Super coach?
No, mate. I'm just an assistant coach, mate. That's not my job. Ryan Drummond's the coach, and he's doing a magnificent job, mate. I'm just cone boy.
I don't want to know what that is. Anyway,
put out cones. Put out the drills. Yes.
Oh, cones.
Cones,
I thought you said
yeah,
cone,
righto.
as in like hair.
No, cone.
Div 1, Section 4. Mentone Edge 101 defeated Narre 50-59.
Look at that score.
Well, and Ounch can speak on this in a second. Cheltenham 89 defeated Mulgrave 79. Narre Warren 97 defeated Cheltenham.
There you go, the home final. See? Home final.
No, they don't have a home final. Well, yes, they did.
When they won, yeah.
Now,
not making... you go outside. Thanks, Toddy.
I am. But you won in the home final.
Sorry, Clarky. I didn't see the first one. What happened the first semi-final?
We got hammered.
101 to 59.
They were, it was just dominant. Plain and simple. They were ready to go, man. They jumped us and they didn't stop, man. They were genuinely sensational. They really were. But I guess, grand finals this week though. That's the difference. So
you had a very late change, didn't you, Ounch?
It didn't help. Like Sticks had a little bit of food poisoning, which means he couldn't sort of walk 5 steps away from the toilet, which didn't help. But I don't think, honestly, man, I don't think that would have changed it, mate. They were very good.
No, not with that score.
But the luxuries of it is we won on Sunday, which means we get another crack at them.
Yeah.
And the good thing about that, you'll be going as the underdogs.
We're excited, and we're looking forward to hopefully.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough.
Well, my tip's Narre Warren.
Thanks,
up
mate.
the Panthers.
Yeah, get on board. No, I'm just saying, like that, but they were so good.
Yeah,
they were so good on Saturday. Like Rhino was saying, like footy he didn't miss. They were holding 4s and 5s, and footy would come down and drag it for 2, and They were dominant.
He's played on that green for how many years? And he's a good bowler in his own right too. So
Sure, man.
knowing that green definitely makes an advantage.
Yeah, probably the luxuries of it is getting the hammering that we got. There was, it was over at half time, like halfway through, it was gone. But it was really that. But it was a matter of just you were taking in, or the way I was looking at it, I was trying to take in some things for the following week when we beat Cheltenham. Just a little say how the green runs and little things like that. That we sort of got a chance to look at it a bit more differently than we probably would if it was game on all day. So, it's almost like getting a little bit of a inside look at what the green could or probably will run like for this Saturday. But I'm sure they had their supporters there they were loud. They were parked on that side where the rink was. I was on rink 1 and had to listen to all that crap all day. It was grouse, so we'll be hoping to get a few our supporters there, and we hopefully might be able to just couple of the things that were said might hopefully be returned.
The great thing about, bowls, 1 week can make a huge difference. You see it happen so often. So I back you boys to go out there, and you just mentioned something before. A lot of people say stuff throughout the season, and comes finals time, and it can bite you on the arse. You've got to be so mindful of that. It's always nice to have that last say. Always nice to have it, and you've got to be mindful of it. They would have known they're going to be playing next week, so that might play a little bit in the back of the head, knowing that you're going to come out fired up, and you never know what could happen. So we always back you, Ounch. You're a finals specialist. I've seen you play before. It's one of those things. It's when you're on, mate, you're on. So hopefully you can get up and about and get that Narre Warren side the victory they deserve.
Yeah, it's fair to say that I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I had a player that played against you guys come in to my office today, Ounch, and
here we go.
Had a lot. He had a lot to say about your performance, and he said he had a half an hour patch where Ounch played unbelievable, and literally had played 7 out of 8 bowls basically to perfection, and literally destroyed them in a half-hour period. So. Yeah.
It does. It makes it easy, mate.
And just so you know, Ounch didn't pay me to say that one either.
No. Well, that's the first I've heard of that.
Well, I'm a little bit concerned, Toddy. The game goes for 4.5 hours, and he said he only played good for 30 minutes.
They said he played unbelievable, but hey,
mate, it was just on a string on Sunday. I didn't have much of a string that day, to be honest. So, it was a bit of a turnaround. But no, it was. But as you know, Toddy, when you got heads to play to, and Benny and Clarky, you wouldn't know, but as skips,
he's the one that builds the heads.
You, Clarky. So when you've got heads to play to, and you can play shots with a bit more freedom. You can. Yeah. It's a lot easier to play instead of trying to dead draw or oh crap, I'm going to have to move. If I move the jack a foot instead of 2 feet, I'm going to be 6 down instead of 3 down or something like that. Yeah. When you got heads to play to, you play with a bit more freedom, and everyone's the same. Totally. We all get up and about. We all like we like getting told, hearing our name or whatever. And when you're on song, just run with it, So hopefully this week.
It's not that hard to dead draw.
Sorry, from you.
Yeah.
Oh, Reiki.
You know damn well I don't break.
You don't get his draw.
All jokes aside, I must actually have to give him some credit. He actually filled in on the second day at Mount Martha because of Zach couldn't play for reasons, and then Rhino had to work night shift, so I was a mad scramble, and obviously it was a mad scramble because I got Clarky. And I'm getting on the way down there, I'm thinking to myself, geez, this could be a rough day. Could be a real rough day. And he's put his foot in the first end, I'm like, oh, God, this is going to be a rough day. This is going to be poo. And I know, all jokes aside and all bullshit aside, he played extremely well. So, no, I have to give you some credit, Clarky. You did play well for 2.5 games. And it's good to hear that you're keeping the form up, mate. So well done.
Thank you.
Now, still a rake up, though. Yeah. There you go. There's my nicety.
You were polite to him. What's wrong?
No, I have to be, mate, because he was very. I have as much shit as we give him. People obviously probably don't think he can play. I didn't think he could play, and then I saw that one day, and I thought maybe this guy.
Well, hey, Benny Simmons was witness to it on Tuesday, except for a shite grass green. Were you not, Benny?
Yeah, I watched it and I was disappointed with how you performed, to be honest. I've heard big things and, you had 4 or 5 foot to draw a shot and you were 8 foot away, you're missing gaps. In the end, you're probably the one that gave Yarra Glen midweek side a finals berth.
Here we go. All right.
Your skip was bald and he was still pulling out his hair.
On that note, you're all gone. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, on that note, are we done?
Thank you for watching, everyone.
I will correct myself.
No,
Clarky had a
you're
good
done.
game. He just filled the gaps.
You're done. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
You've just gone up in my book, Benny. I didn't think you'd go any higher.
No. Oi, music's playing. We're out of here. See you next week, people.
Toddy, boys.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck, boys. Good luck, everyone.
All right.
You get a couple of these bad boys.
Anyway, see you guys.
See ya.